Hello and welcome to Dotto Tech. We have a lively show today. In fact, it's a show geared towards making your life a little bit richer and a little bit easier. Today's show is all about something called Windows Live. Microsoft has been making a commitment to their online services for a long time. That commitment began 10 years ago with Hotmail, which is the most popular web-based email service. Believe it or not, today there's over 280 million active users. 7 years ago, Microsoft continued that commitment to online services by delivering Messenger to us and ushering in the era of chat. Teenagers' lives have never been the same since, and nor have their parents. Things have progressed as Microsoft's added functions and features to these applications, which make them a richer part of the web experience. For example, they've created Spaces, which allows you to create personal web pages, blogs, share your pictures, have your own little personal piece of cyberspace. It's a pretty cool little app that we'll have a look at later as well. But the holy grail of web services is having one single, totally integrated service that covers all of our online needs, all our communications, our email, our photos, our blogs, our chat. Windows Live is the culmination of that vision for Microsoft. It is a free suite of online tools that totally integrate with each other, providing you and I with a far richer online experience. So today we're going live on tour of Windows Live. All the tools that we're going to look at can run in either Windows XP or Windows NT, but we're going to show them to you today in Vista. Now the perfect place to start is on the web, because this is where we go to download these tools. They are free and it's easy to do. So you go to get.live.com, and here we can see a list of all of the different Windows Live tools that we have available to us. Tools like Hotmail, which is our web-based email program, Windows Live Mail, which is the new and improved version of Outlook Express for POP and web mail, Messenger for chat. Going on down, we have Spaces, which I talked about, a social networking site for sharing your blog, your photos, etc. Windows Live Photo Gallery, which we're going to take a really close look at, which deals with all of our digital photos. Writer, which allows you to do web-based publishing. It basically is a web-based word processor for doing your own blogs. And things like OneCare Family Safety for keeping your children safe on the internet. You take a look through that, and then you click on Get Windows Live, and this brings us into a unified installer, where we can basically select or deselect all of the different applications that we want to install on our computer. Some we might already have installed, like Messenger Live, so you can deselect that if you already have it. But what happens is you click on Install, and then this unified installer will look at your hardware and determine exactly which applications you have installed already and which ones need to be upgraded or installed fresh. The best part is, this is all free. It's a very simple process. The unified installer takes between 15 minutes and a half an hour to finish its job, depending on your connection speed and the speed of your computer. But it's just a few clicks of the mouse and you're done. Windows Live keeps all of your web applications together in one place. That convenience of all your eggs in one virtual basket is what Windows Live is all about. I think you're going to be impressed. I know that I am. Do you realize how important emails become in your life? I use my email more now than my phone. In fact, it's my most important communication tool. And even though it's almost perfect for me the way it is, they keep finding new ways and new programs to improve it. It just keeps getting better and better. Windows Live Mail is the long-awaited upgrade to Microsoft's Outlook Express. And when I say upgrade, I'm not kidding. It's a huge step forward in every imaginable way. It's designed to support both POP and webmail. Now let me explain that. POP mail is our traditional email. Your internet service provider provides you with an email address, and then you need what's called a client. A client is computerese for the piece of software that runs on our computer that allows us to receive, send, and manage our email. That's POP email. Webmail is internet-based. You don't need a client. You use your web browser for accessing your email. So Hotmail, Yahoo Mail, Gmail, all examples of webmail. Now, webmail and POP mail are both good, and many of us use both types of account. Windows Live Mail, though, can be the common interface for all those accounts. It keeps all your mail organized and accessible in one familiar place. So let's take a look. When we open Windows Live Mail, down the left-hand side we have our quick views and our account screens. This tells us where all of our accounts are, and I've only got one account installed right now, which is my POP email account. Down the center are all of my messages, and you can organize this. You can customize this screen to have a different layout if you want, but most of us are going to use this layout with messages in the center, and then the reading pane on the right-hand side where we can read the email that we've selected. Now, one of the real strengths is we can have both POP email and web email accounts active at the same time. So I don't have a webmail account installed here right now, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to add an email account. So I'm going to add my Hotmail account. Type in my password, don't peek. And I have done everything I need to do to add my Hotmail account and make it available. And this works just as easily for adding other types of web-based accounts or for adding Popmail accounts. And we can see if I go into the inbox here, all of my email messages are already starting to come in to my Hotmail account. This is a really nice, convenient way to have all of your email living in one place. Now, if we go up into the quick views, it'll show you all of your unread email, regardless of which accounts you have selected. So it gives you a lot of control over your email, having everything living in one place. Now, a lot of people wonder why with webmail you'd want to use an email client like this, because webmail is so convenient because it's living in a web browser. Well, this gives us the opportunity to first of all do any offline composing that we want to do. We can write our email offline and then check it when we go online and send our email when we go online. You can't do that with a web browser. The other thing is it downloads all of our email to our computer, so if you want to look at any of your old email and you're not online, it gives you the opportunity to do that whether you're in Pop or webmail. Now, one of the things that Outlook Express used to offer is the ability for us to be able to use it as a news reader as well. And that lineage continues. We can actually use Windows Live Mail for both our RSS news feeds and for viewing news groups. Now, some of the other ways that it deals with our email gives us a lot of additional options as well. For example, it allows us, if I open up this email message here, it'll allow us to do things like, for instance, take an email message that somebody sent to you and send it up to your blog, which lives in your Windows Live Spaces area. So you can take and you can publish content to the internet that you receive in email. That's a really nice extra convenience. And as far as sending and receiving email to friends and family, one of the nicest things that you can do is you can integrate it with Windows Live Photo Gallery and add photos. But not just add photos like attached photos. This actually embeds the photo in the body of the email so that you can do things like you can do full page layout. You can have text wrap around it, all that sort of stuff. You can add all sorts of burnished or different edges so you can frame the photo. You can determine what size photo you want to send depending on the speed of connection that you're sending it to or you're sending it from. And not only that, but you can even access some of the image correction tools that are built into Windows Live Photo Gallery so that you can auto-correct it if it's too dark, or you can turn it black and white, or you can even rotate the photo. Windows Live Mail is a powerful enough application that you could consider using it as your email software, even if you're a business user. With the integration of other Windows tools, such as the address book and calendar, you've got all the main pieces in place for full-time contact and email management. Windows Live Mail is going to be the standard email application for millions of users, and it's easy to see why. You got webmail, Popmail, online, offline editing, a wealth of sharing tools built in, integration with other applications like news and RSS feeds. It's an all-in-one email client that does it all for you. Windows Live Mail. It was well worth waiting for. Blogs, podcasts, streaming video, you can find it all on our new website. Check out dottotech.com.